Hi everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel, B-doers Limited. At B-doers Limited, we're very passionate about awakening the sleeping giant. Yes, we believe that Africa is a giant. You know how they keep saying superpowers? For us as B-doers, we believe that one day, one time, Africa will be called this superpower because there is a lot of potential. Especially our backbone is our very, very rich economy, and we should be proud of it and explore it and exploit it instead of allowing other people to come and take what really belongs to us. We've gone to school. Now, when we go to school, it doesn't mean we have to work in offices. Yes, it means we have to broaden our circles of getting opportunities. How do we exploit what is available? Land. Did you know land is the biggest and most expensive resource? As for us Africans, we still have the grace to have land. So today, I'm going to tell you how to use that land to make something potent or something big out of Africa. I'm talking about, yes, you know that last time we talked about dairy farming, cattle keeping for dairy production. We talked about dairy production in a little bit more detail, and we realized one thing: there is market. The market is available. There is a lot of demand. So economists say when the supply is more than the demand, that is like a flopping market. But now for us, we know that the demand is more than the supply, and we need to resolve that issue. So what do we do? I'm going to continue a little bit from dairy farming and link it to something else that is very, very interesting. So I told you last time that there's a lot of things that are required by Africans, the African market, that we can get from dairy farming. You don't need a lot of land. You don't need a lot of things. You just need a plan and dedication to make it work and make it modernized. Yes, don't just have animals you're not taking care of and expect them to give you returns. No, that's not how it's done. We are looking at the potential of dairy farming, which we said there is milk, there is cheese, there is ghee that is called butter. I was watching people cooking, like some cooking shows, and everyone says put in butter. It makes the difference. Yes, so please exploit that, knowing that you have a readily available market. Have you eaten pizzas in a very good restaurants? Don't you find it weird if you can eat pizza without cheese? Where do you think that comes from? From the milk that you have not yet exploited. Yes? So I encourage you, take on the advantage that we still have. People in Africa still love dairy products. Yes? They love cheese. They love milk, they love butter, please explore. You can specialize depending on the resources that you have, and you say, me, I'm going to do raw milk production, and then there are those that can be like, for me, I'll process it. You might not rear the animals, but you can buy the milk. You can put on a processing farm that you process the milk, you get the raw material that is milk, then you process it and get out more products like cheese and butter that will be used by your fellow Africans. I don't imagine that you will take on the whole market, but I'm showing you the stages that everybody can exploit. Like, where is your strength? Where do you have the resources to do it? So we don't want to just tell you these things. Please pick interest and help us understand your market in the part of Africa that you're in. How is that market regarding the business ideas that we give you? And if you're out of Africa and you want to create jobs for Africa, and you're very much in love with Africa and what we have to offer, please come to Africa. There is a lot of potential. We believe that there are people who are interested in dairy farming outside Africa, but they can't do it. So for us, we have the potential to do that, but give our African people the jobs. Yes. Also, so to link what we talked about, dairy farming, we're talking about now rearing animals, this time not for milk production, but for meat production. So I happen to come in a clan Yes, in its particular tribe, we have clans in Africa. It's a clan that says people love meat. Yes, we do. We love meat. Africans, I love that about us. Like, we will eat meat like it's nobody's business. So, have you gone to events? If you don't have meat at your event, please, we will be like, oh, the event was so boring. They served beans. I mean, we love beans, but we prefer meat. Yes, we do. Have you seen restaurants? I have a friend of mine that she will not go to a restaurant if she's not going to eat meat. As in, why do I have to go to a restaurant? I might as well just boil my beans or peas. I'm not saying that is a bad meal, but I'm saying we as Africans, if you're taking us out, yes, the girls, yes, we love meat. If you're taking anybody out for a buffet or something, there has to be meat to solidify that the outing was good. Yes? So, can we rear animals with the intent to sell them or produce meat for our African market? There's a lot of have you seen the vans that are saying delivery? I don't know the part of Africa that you find yourself, but guys, you have to believe me. I know you agree with me that if you start meat production, there are markets, there are some African places that have slaughterhouses. Yes, I mean, we don't say that like we are savages, but what can we do? We have to eat meat. But also there are restaurants. You can have an agreement with restaurants. You provide for them the bulls, the young bulls, like 3 years, that don't have their meat so hard that people cannot eat it. Yes, their steak is very good. So I urge you to rear them to up to 3-4 years, 3 years basically. That is when the meat is good, and fatten your animals. Just get the production that is around the land that is around you. Put these animals in sheds or bullpens. It will help you very, very much to use so little, yes, and yet gain very much. Can you imagine a bull could be from the part of the country of Africa that I'm from? A bull of around 3 years would be around, let's say, $300. Yes, $300. Imagine if every month you are having a bull to sell. That means you're getting $300 supplementary. Remember, we said you can do dairy and beef farming. If you have a 3-year-old bull, I don't want to call it bull because now bulls are overly grown. You sell it at I gave a sample of where I come from, where a bull is around $300, where you can sell every bull. I mean, that money wouldn't be just a waste. I have a brother of mine. What he does is he buys bulls. He buys them, then he takes them to the market. See, every stage there is a link. One is rearing, one is buying and selling, and there is a process. Some at the hotels, they are also selling the meat. Like, there is this whole linkage. Yes, one links to the other. So please, where do you want to be? Which part of the selling, from the production to the selling part, do you want to be? Do you want to be in the hotels that receive those bulls? Do you want to be in the ones that sell from the farmers directly? That buy from the farmers directly, or you want to be the farmer that is from the start of the production stage? See, you don't need a lot of land to do this. And by the way, I have seen how factories begin. If you see a factory, it becomes corporate. The more effort you put in it, the more you get out of it. Dear young people that are looking for jobs, yes, these jobs we've felt like we've studied for them. There is a course that has been initiated in where I come from, which I know that most African countries have taken on, that is called entrepreneurship. In this entrepreneurship, the mission was to create more job creators than job seekers. So if you've done entrepreneurship, you know you can make sure. By the way, this cattle rearing, that is, doesn't matter where you start, what you have classified it as, whether it is dairy farming or beef farming. have you seen the leather clothes that we are putting on? Where do you think they come from? The buttons, they come from hooves, most of them. So guys, this is something that we still have a chance to do before someone else comes to do it for us. But even those that want to come and do it for us, we know the technical know-how, we know our terrain, we know how to navigate it, we know how to graze better, we know our marketing, we know our customer care. Guys, please, if you're out of school, I am begging you and I urge you to have this action in you, not to sit around and then play video games, and then you can do something with the small piece of land. I know that at least 90% of African people that are looking for a job have access at least to 3 acres of land. Please exploit that. Don't sit around. Look for a small piece of land, build, and then start your business. Guys, start something. Please start. Yes, please start. Thank you very much for joining me. What is a business that is in your country that young people could exploit? Could you write to us at B-doers.com? Yes, please write to us. Let us tell the people in your particular country. We shall tailor make that video and tell them there is an opportunity we've discovered in this particular area, and young people can take it up in that area. Yes, thank you very much for joining me. My name is Agatha. I'll see you next time when we have gotten an even better and readily available. It's not better, but maybe it is easily accessible for you. Thank you very much. Please leave your comment. Tell us more about how you understand business in your particular geographical area. Thank you very much. See you next time.